Hello, welcome back to JJ's Baking House. I'm Ginny. I am going to be making some lovely chocolate buttercream for you today. So my general rule when I make buttercream is 1 block of butter, which is about 250 grams, and then a bag of icing sugar. So it saves me using lots of scales. So this is 500, so I'm really using the 2-to-1 method there. So my butter has been out on the side overnight, so it's the right consistency, because if it's really hard, you're going to get nowhere with it, because it's not going to beat up nicely. So I'm going to put that in there, and the main thing about getting the smoothest buttercream is to whip and whip and whip the butter. If you don't do that, it's just not going to be as nice. So I'm going to let that go and keep whipping on around about a medium to high speed for about 7 minutes. We'll come back and it is going to be extremely moussey and white. Okay, mine's been going now for about 8 or 9 minutes actually. I walked off. So this is what it looks like, and that looks really moussey and white. So I'm happy with that. Now it's time to add the icing sugar. So this has been sieved, which is really important. So I'm going to pop in about 3 of these giant spoons into the mixture. And then I have my trusted tea towel. I'm gonna pop a tea towel over the top and just put it on the lowest. And hopefully that'll stop me getting covered like a ghost in icing sugar. As soon as you think it's incorporated, just speed it up again a little bit. There we go, so we'll pop it up, put it on to about medium, and let that go for a couple of minutes. Okay, now it's time to add more. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add these in about 4 sections, with about a minute in the middle of each one until you've completely put them all in. Okay, that's all incorporated there. It is looking extremely stiff. So it looks like cream cheese. So that means it is a little bit too dry. It needs some fluid to go in with it. But first, before I add any milk, or you can add boiling water, or you can add cream, I'm going to just add in the chocolatiness. So I've got 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And then, my favourite bit, I have got 100 grams of melted milk chocolate. So let's get this in with as little mess as I possibly can, making sure I use as much of it in the tub as possible. And then we're going to give that a mix around and then just see how much fluid I need to add. So just incorporate it just for a couple of seconds. And then I'm going to add some vanilla, and I'll add half a teaspoon of vanilla. I like to add vanilla with chocolate. I think it brings out the flavour a little bit. So I'm going to add that now. So just half a teaspoon there. And then I'm also going to add a tablespoon of milk for the moment, and we'll see how that goes. As I said, I've used milk, but you can use cream, you can use boiling water, whichever is your preference. Okay, so this is how it's looking. Obviously it's going to hold its structure well, but I still think that's a little bit too thick, so I am going to add another tablespoon of milk. So for me, that's been 2 altogether. And this should bring it to exactly where I want it to be. Right, this is looking exactly the way I want it to be. It's moussey, smells gorgeous. Just give the bowl a wipe round. Make sure everything's incorporated. And then if you can see that there, it's still got structure. It's going to hold really well for your decoration, but it's lovely and smooth and mousse-like. So we'll pipe some now onto the cupcakes. Okay, so here's our cupcakes we made earlier. Those really moist chocolate cupcakes, absolutely lovely. So we're going to pipe this chocolate buttercream over the top. So we really are going in for a chocolate sensation here. Now I'm using a 1M to pipe these. So let's just, if you can see how silky that is, it's absolutely gorgeous. Pipes so well and tastes absolutely gorgeous. So I hope you have found this tutorial helpful, and I hope you really enjoy these as much as I do. See you again.